23. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Broncos and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Very short kick taken right at the 20 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Come on, set. Yellow, one, check, pink.
2 and a throw right away. And his first pass is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up all the play. We'll get an update when we come back to our stadium. 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Alvarez waving on the intended target. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yeah, come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action with Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. This defense for the Broncos, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'll be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach or offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Williams going to get it again on second down. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They run. It's Williams. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 81 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on, and I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins offense heading back out. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and he'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down.
Here we go, set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Blue, check. Switch, yellow, line, check, pink, check, white.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Check, cut. Ready.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more on that one and another first down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready?
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Set, go. Cut, cut.
They'll run with Edmonds again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good run?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Shea his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays, no total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Ready.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, they were handed great great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Garibay's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the fumble recovery hasn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when the results in field position like that, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now a dump. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Throwing again on second down. Tua. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Tua now on first down. And this one too low. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Black one. Smith red. Blue check.
Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now it's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
On the screen, this is Edmonds, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tua, the final shot before half. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They defeated the Patriots last week. Now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. They start the second half here with Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rolling to his left. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Play action. Now Wilson. And he will now a loose football. The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot.
I see the surprise in the face there, Carter. That is a real incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
Yes, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop any.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Steps away. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm giving you unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Seibert's kick is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball has been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Down Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. To it is Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Tua now on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Tua going to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Broncos will take over on downs. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before. They'll run on first down. Hawkins And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Line, check pink, check white, opposite, green.
Again, they run with Edmonds. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, and you see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And in this rain, it was some cautious there in the extra point try, and that caution is well warranted as this game is tied. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. To throw again on second down. Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. They go play action now. Wilson. Rolling to his right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this one is incomplete.
He's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you play a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Back now in Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua finds his tight end Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's a give up the middle. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't it?
Now a give to Edmonds. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they go hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Quite a good coverage there in the pass breakup to Pat Surtain.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing right around the midfield stripe. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. At their own 19-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. There's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Here we go.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Ready?
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 10. 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Blue check. Quick, yellow.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tua.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as his defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
2nd and 5.
Trouble, 38.
Here's Tua. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Tua to throw.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Denver, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.